I'm Nasir Nadzir. I started this art journey without having art background at all. 4 years ago, I was at Kertih, Terengganu, wrenching pipelines. Even at that time, I was having abstract things going on in my mind. But until one incident, I would say near-death experience, I fall from a distance of 4 feet, and we were working at 40 feet high. It was an incident. It should not happen, but it happened anyways. It was a rush job, so when I fell through the crack into 4 meters down to the second platform, everything flashed through your mind pretty much. So afterward, I couldn't sleep for 3 days, 4 days, and that's where art starts to naturally comes back. It's quite weird. It's quite weird.
Saya bermula pada tahun 1997 as a graphic design. Banyak projek-projek kecil, private sector dan juga government sector. Pada tahun 1999, saya mengambil kursus sijil kreatif in USM. Masa tu exploration terhadap seni tu berkembang. Saya explore theatre and also fine arts. Dan dari situ penlibatan theatre as a crew stage, pentas as a crew, and juga fine arts. Saya tidak ada basic foundation sebab mostly in 1999 ada banyak kerja-kerja grafik on digital. Saya cuba mengenali kawan-kawan yang guna buat painting dan sculpture. So it's like a self-taught. At the same time, I learn from the foundation in the arts. So back in 2000 is a serious in theatre and also in a graphic design. So in 2003, I got invited as a main actor in a political theatre, and somewhere in between in 2003 and 2005. Dari situ bermulanya saya punya pemikiran membuat karya tidak pada minat tapi pada masyarakat.
So when I cross over from having no art background into art career, I took a literal path instead of having much of an abstract approach. I would put all the details in and try to be as realistic as possible, mainly to have the same touch as how I was touched by Ja'far Taib's painting way back when I was a kid. So that's among early memory that travel back even to adult self. So it's kind of among the thing that inspires me to stick with the realistic approach of drawing or painting. I would eventually try to explore more into other subjects, and still I want to maintain the realistic approach. So thus came to our boxing project, and when Ivan approached me with the boxes, I did the blueberries. I think within the first week or the first 2 weeks was quite fast, because the early idea is that I want to play juxtaposition of blueberries and blue rubies. So I could play with freshness and juiciness of fruit as opposed to something diamond-like, right? Playing with texture, playing with feelings, so I can play around as well. And then pandemic hit, COVID-19 happened, and we were all locked down. So everything changed pretty much. So in my area in Kepala Batas, the funny part is that among the items that people are stockpiling because of panic buying. People are buying in bulk of gardenia breads, some fruits, and funnily enough, in my area, blueberries. They were all gone. Usually you can find them in small boxes of 17 ringgit, 18 ringgit. Gone. So it became something like that I could put into the second box. So the first box, the blueberry, seems with golden background. It has more radiant-like feels to it, and for the second box, I choose to make something that we all kind of long for during the first lockdown. I think we were locked down for months, right? Long months, and thus the black background and the French toast with a bit of banana and a bit of blueberries and a bit of syrup on top. And it's not just about the French toast, it's more about our cravings, not just for consumption and even to go outside, even hanging out at cafe, because we can't do it for months, right? So the items are all in there, and I think I'm kind of happy with how it turned out, because that's among the things that's really hard for me to transition from animal. Because with animal, they have eyes, they have certain feature and strength of character that you can portray on drawing or painting. But with other stuff, you have to play around with the subject, literally, with the background. So, but for these boxes, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think I'll kind of nail it. I'm happy with it.
Back in 2018, I sudah buat karya abstrak di mana series abstrak adalah rabak Melayu. Rabak is in English we call it torn apart. Mana you koyak dan you koyak lagi in torn pieces. So rabak adalah satu perkataan yang is a metaphor terhadap kemusnahan, something yang you torn apart. Melayu adalah perkataan dua. Satu adalah Melayu bangsa, dan perkataan Melayu adalah dia withering lah, maknanya dia sudah jadi layu. So Rabak Melayu series ni in the moment I masih buat, masa tu Ivan ajak untuk membuatkan satu box in, so saya jadikan sebagai Rabak Kerajaan. Rabak is torn apart, Kera is a monkey, Jaan is a name of a government. So saya rasa Rabak Kerajaan is meant to the Kera is actually chimpanzee politics. Okay, chimpanzee adalah satu binatang yang dia menggunakan politik sesama mereka, which is related to human nature. Di sini saya ada buat sketches di mana sebelum saya buat rabak. Di sini adalah control role, di mana control role adalah leader, ketua. Ketua dia ada tiga jenis. Satu adalah penindasan, oppressor. Yang kedua adalah supporter. Yang ketiga adalah defender. Ada penindasan, membela dan juga menyokong. So dari situ chimpanzee sebenarnya sudah berlaku dan dia relate pada human nature sendiri. Yang kedua adalah ketidaksamaan. Contohnya kalau Melayu dengan Melayu, sekarang ni parti Melayu ni sama, kulit sama, tapi dia tidak ada ketidakkesamaan. There's no same ideology. So saya nampak kat sini juga adalah chimpanzee tu ada di situ. Kat sini adalah timbal balik. You scratch me back, I scratch you back. Okay, di situ you nampak dua monkey ni menolong monkey yang lain untuk mencapai sesuatu. It's like a hierarchy. Kalau leader tu dia akan bantu oleh penyokong-penyokong dia. Dan juga yang di sini adalah yang tua, maknanya kat sini adalah gabungan. Yang tua memerlukan yang muda. Kalau contoh sekarang banyak politician yang tua membantu politician yang muda. Dan juga yang ni adalah mendamaikan keadaan dalam sesuatu suasana. So ini adalah chimpanzee punya attitude, di mana saya mengambilkan chimpanzee sebagai subject matter as an actor to put in my kerajaan. So sekarang yang berlaku oleh kerajaan kita banyak yang ada yang betul dan ada yang tidak betul. Okay, saya merasakan kerajaan ni adalah something yang kita perlu tahu dan kena ambil tahu. So itu tugas saya sebagai artis untuk menyampaikan something dan masyarakat untuk mendapatkan something balik dalam karya saya. Itu that is the interesting part when I created a rabak kerajaan. So kera itu can be anyone actually.
Funnily enough, I would say I'm quite productive along the lockdown. To be honest, it's pretty much the same for me. It doesn't feel too much different because I would always be kind of sedentary. You have to sit down and draw. And I think the major part that makes my productivity flows really well, major thanks to fellow artists like Ivan. Shout out to Taste Group, the Art E-Space Group. We have virtual meet-up weekly where we literally sit down and face each other virtually and do artwork. It was really, I did the second box while doing the virtual meeting, and then the weird feeling I get is that it has the same sensation if you were to draw while sitting down on the same table. You can listen to each other. So the new norm is, I would say, it's quite fun. Maybe not to the extroverted. I try to look at things on the bright side usually because I understand of how it impact all of us financially. It was tough. Even in my area, we would have people try to sell things, and not just selling things. We would have family try to catch fish because they don't have anything else. That's the good part when we did one art auction with the Art E-Space together with Esther, Tina, where we auctioned one artwork per artist. We sold it. I think the sold rate is quite high. So kudos to the Art E-Space, and they through the seal of the artworks, they bought boxes of face masks and cash to give to the Trishaw community because they suffered the most in Penang area. So I think in that side, it felt really good because when you do your artwork, you paint or you draw, you felt kind of isolated, pretty much. But when you have an impact on community, it always feels good. It always feels worth it. Yeah.
Pretty much, I banyak main I punya handphone. Tapi I start daripada hari pertama masa MCO sampai ke hari 90, I ambil gambar. So every picture tu saya ada satu sign and symbol tentang each of the day yang saya pergi dan saya keluar. First moment adalah face mask, gambar picture, lepas tu nampak people line up. Lepas tu only one person go to the shopping mall and buy the groceries. So these are the iconic each day yang I ambil, tapi I tak publish lagi. And then lagi satu adalah I involved with the kapal lorek in the Ipoh, which is an experimental video. We only do dekat dalam rumah saja. So it's a part of the shortlisted di dalam video artist. It's fun, tapi banyak gunakan digital, banyak gunakan gadget kita. And something new. Tapi I tak nak miss that moment because this is only happening once for a lifetime. Okay, I tidak mendoakan benda ini panjang, tapi these are the historical moment everyone affected. So setiap gambar tu I akan tulis lah apa yang I rasa. Even masa I depressed during my friend pass away pun also is a part of the documentation. That is one of my special project. I don't know when to publish the photography, but most probably it can be on my cutting boxes sooner or later.